Good morning. Good morning. Today is January 6th, 2022. Um, so we're back live. Had a great day yesterday trading. We're able to catch. Well, it kind of sucks because, like I said, I had one of my best trades that I've made, but unfortunately, I cut it. I was at 248, and I missed out on another, down there, 350 pips that I missed out on. So something that I'm definitely taking notice of. But it is what it is. So something that I'm looking at is that this area right here is, if you take a look, this is where we had the big push. This is where we caught the huge trade off of last week. So shit, like 2 weeks ago now, this is where we caught the 200, almost 200 pips to the upside. Missed all of that trade too. Could have caught 1,000 pips if I held it in for a week, but it's all good. So the same area is the same area that was pushed up from. So I think there's a good chance that it pushes up from here too. But I wouldn't take it unless it came back to this area, truthfully. Something like that. Yeah, do something like that. Um, Maybe looking to take targets to this area. Or even, truthfully, this ain't a bad trade right here just to match these highs. 161 pips. And then on the US30, it looks like this resistance to support level that we had is being respected. Came up, rejected that, 4 rejects. Um, I really do like this trade up here though. Like this. Basically had higher high, higher low. Not really anything here, but higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I mean, we could see it come back to here, but I wouldn't take anything unless it got up to the 50% level. That's just me though. Um, and we could see that yesterday when we were trading. I didn't want to get involved because I thought it would come down to the downside, use this ILC as a reject level. But what it did was it broke structure, or I'm sorry, it broke the ILC, pushed through it, bounced on top, hit a new all-time high, and completely reversed down. See how many pips that was from here. 665 pips. So that's the total it got before it came back up here. And what I could see, I wouldn't take the buy on this just because I think it broke structure to the downside. You could possibly see something like perfect ILC right there, right? Do something like this. And we'd have the body, something like that. And 5, see it, and we see it there, same body. You see it actually respected that area before. Okay, and the 3 minute and breaks down here. Let's see the 1 minute. So the 1 minute actually shows us that maybe the buy would be, and I guess I see that ILC, but I also see down here. So for my sake, I'd be looking at something like that. But yeah, so this is what I'm seeing right here. Really like this trade from the downside. So I could see something like this. Kind of played it out this way. And I like this sell-off just because I think price broke structure to the downside. Even though we had it break this higher low right here, or lower high right here, we could see it push up. But now that I know It's possible because it didn't break. One thing I noticed is it didn't break this low over here. See, this low was lower than this low, and this low was lower than this low. So I feel like it is still playing above this support level right here. Looks like it is getting a lot of respect right there. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Does look like Nas is pushing up from this level. Um, I mean, maybe some consolidation. See if there's any news coming out today. Today is January 6th. ISM services PMI today. Levels of the diffusion index based on surveyed purchase managers excluding. It's a red folder. Looks like we've had greater than every single time, which is what they want. Greater than forecast. Looks like we've had that each of the last few times, but they did move this up to 67 now. So we'll see what happens here today. And let's go. I actually seen one of these traders. Oh yeah, dang, look at that, all red. Everything is red. I think Alphabet is Google, if I'm not mistaken. Amazon's down, Tesla's down, each Netflix, Charter's down. Okay, yeah, everything is down right now, as you can see. The only changes for the positive that we have haven't been that big of a positive, so including Pepsi, Intel. Oh, okay, let's see what it's looking like here on the Dow. Oh, everything's down here. Apple, Nike, Goldman. That looks not too bad, huh? Got about half and half. So this is really a top from there. So what I'd like to see right here is something like this. I'd like to see it push up above here, come back, retrace at 625, or I mean 630 at open. Maybe we could see something like this. Because I know this area is tough. It's a tough area to stop on. So I'd be looking for something like this. First TP here, second TP here, third TP here. I'll be looking at all these levels right here. Does look like it wants to push up, not gonna lie. Because after something like this, you always want to see if there's something that you could do to the downside. We'll go ahead and check this out and we'll see. So let's just go ahead and wait for open. If you guys give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a little water. So it does look like it's making its way down. Definitely got to gauge it though, because it could blow past all this the way the charts are looking. Oh, look, it came back, retested right before open. Pretty engulfing though, so we'll go ahead and check this out right now. Coming up soon. Let's see. Let me get second chart up. Tell me it's just gonna push down some more. Because if you see here, you can see that there's this little support level broken up on top right here, or below right here. It pushed down, it's more than possible. You know what? I might just stay away from this one just because, you know what? It hasn't even broke structure like US30 does on the smaller time frames. Everything is a lower high, lower low, lower high. It's possible this thing comes down and creates a lower low. So, I think maybe just stay away from this pair today and like what US30 is doing. We'll see how this thing approaches this area right here. Got about a minute left, so let's go ahead and see. Let them nuts hang. Excuse me. All right, we got about 15 seconds till open. Let's see how US30 reacts right here. Mm, that thing is coming down a little too strong. Let's see if it slows down at any point right here when it approaches this zone. Mm, you know what? I don't like the way that it's kind of sitting down right now. It's coming down a little hard, a little bit faster than I like, just to be completely honest. So let's see here. Mm. Yeah, that's all way too fast for me. Don't like the way that it's moving right now. Yeah, good thing we didn't take that trade just because the way these candles were moving down were just way too much. Way, 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 way too much. So we'll take that. Damn, and what is Nas doing? Right off a little area right here that we had. Broke below it though. So kind of faked me out. Got me right there. So, uh, you know, yeah, good thing we didn't take this because I could have ended ugly with the, especially if you kind of just gauge the stop loss. You would have had to put it below here. Would have got stopped out your 40 pips and gone through it about it that way. Seems like it's respecting this little area right here. Look at that rejection there. See what it's doing. All right. So you know what? I'm just gonna wait right here. I think I want to add the trade in yet. Because what I think most likely would happen is this next candle would probably come back down, and if it is gonna push up, it'll give another strong bring down and then push back up on the next candle. Which we got about a minute left. Oh no, next candle coming up soon. So let's see if now it'll give us a different entry right here. And yeah, I think this thing might be coming down. So I didn't want to see it get fully engulfed like this and then finish that way. Definitely didn't want to see that. They're showing that respect right there. So I just placed a little entry in there right here at this level. I'm up, out. See where I got it at. I am in at 376. So I'm in at 376. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. All right, I'm in at 376. Let's see, where is that at on here? 30. It's just about right here. All right, we're in there. Let's see what we can do now. All right, stops are at break even now. I think I'm gonna might add a position right here because I think this thing's gonna go up for sure, for sure. All right, let's see here. Not the perfect entry that we wanted, but we were patient. We waited for it to see if it was really going to push up the way it did. And yeah, it's not looking bad right now. See, I'm up a little more pips than this. Let's go, man. Let's see if it can break through this EMA now. So the biggest thing I want to see is if it can break this. If it doesn't, then it looks like it probably reversed down and continue its downtrend. I have stops at break even already. Thinking about pulling half my trade right now. Um, but let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. Okay. And still hasn't broken it yet. Mm. All right, I'm gonna pull half my trade right now. At about 85 pips right now on my chart, so pulled half. I'm gonna let the other half run. If it comes back and stops me out, I will be done for the day. I pulled half of my position now, and now it's just time to wait and see what we got going here. Mm, looks like it did exactly what I didn't want it to do, and kind of want to pull it, but I like, the entry that we got in at, and yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe I'm a terrible gauge at this, but I think it should push up to that level up top. So we'll see right now. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. So this right here is really clean. Hopefully it can continue its push up. We had a huge rejection, what, almost 100 pip rejection, 90 pip rejection, followed by another huge rejection, what, another 60 pips, um, 60 pip rejection. Then we had this bullish engulfing candle. I mean, it looks like it's coming down, but hopefully it could make its way up. We're still up about 47 pips, 45 pips. So we'll see right now. Don't like the way it's doing that. Rejected that 50 EMA, exactly what I didn't want it to do. But let's see if maybe it could stay on top of each of these levels right here. Stay on top and push up. So first position I closed at, damn, I thought I closed it at 85 pips. I closed it at 79 pips, which, hey, like I said, 79 pips ain't nothing to sneeze at. And the rest of the position, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. or I'm gonna let it run, and we'll see what happens. I do already have my stop loss at break even, and I recommend that for everybody. It's just I've had a lot of trades where I've been up and I never moved the stop, especially when I was a beginner trader. I didn't even use a stop loss. I was just like, oh, I'll pull it when it gets to that level, and then it passes that level, and you're like, oh, well, let me hold it until it gets back to that level, and you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, and it never comes. Never comes back. And then, you're just losing more money. So instead of your initial, I'm gonna risk 150, 200, 300 bucks. Now you're down five, 600 bucks, and you don't want to pull it because you don't want to take that $600 loss. And in that situation, it could be deadly because, oh, okay, I like the way that candle finished. Let's see if it could keep pushing. Okay, this is the moment of truth right now. Moment of truth, moment of truth. Let's see if it breaks it. Okay, still hasn't broken it. Candle ain't done. We still got 40 seconds left on this thing. So, moment of truth right here. If it breaks it, we are in business. I know people can consider that a break, but I don't because look, if it comes below there, it just wicked out. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Looks like we're in business. Looks like we're in business. Looks like we're in business. Oh no. That's what you don't want to see. The last 5 seconds. Ah, yeah, it doesn't look good. Might pull another quarter up here at the same spot. Hmm. Let's trust it. I don't know. Nas flew up. It is rejecting to the downside, or it's rejecting right now, but it did fly up about 100 pips. But and again, I should never do that. Nobody should do that. You should never compare the indices like, oh, Nas is pushing up, so US30 should come down or push up too. Nah, this whole week, Nas has been pushing down. US30's been pushing up, so it's kind of been an opposite effect right now. So maybe that's what we're seeing is another opposite effect. So maybe I should pull another quarter of this trade just because it does look like it's not getting the respect that I didn't want it to get. Especially you see it tapping this 20 EMA. Okay, the new candle started. Damn, I'm telling you, man. Oh my God, I didn't pull it. So that other quarter probably should have, and it's looking like it will stop me out. Damn, just like that, you know. And this is why you always move to break even because, well, this is part of my problem too. Is I move my stops to break even, and I see a lot of professional traders when they believe in their trade, they'll let it. I even have a buddy, not a buddy, but an acquaintance that I've seen that multiple times it'll come back up to his entry, and he keeps that bitch in there. So maybe that's something I got to get better at because look what it did right there. Stop me out, and I always put it a couple pips ahead just because of slippage. You might see that you put your thing at your stop loss at break even, and it stops you out. I like to, it'll stop you out, but it might cause some slippage where instead of losing a dollar, you lose, or instead of, breaking even, maybe at a dollar in profit, instead, you're, with the slippage, you're probably losing like $5 or $6. So, I always try to put my stop loss maybe at 5 pips, call that break even, because that'll usually give you the juice you need for some slippage. But broken out, I was able to pull half the trade at 79, 79 pips. The other half I was stopped out to break even. It wasn't a bad day. Um, I was still profitable. Um, 79 pips, nothing to sneeze at. Still made, a little over 200 bucks today, which isn't bad. A $200 day is pretty good, So that's nothing to sneeze at, and it is what it is. Um, I don't think I'm going to trade anymore. I've been telling myself that, and then I continuously put in trades. But I really want to honor that because I think I'm doing you guys a disservice uh, when I tell you to minimize your trades, and then I'm in here putting in trades. And even though my rule is 3 trades, and it's basically what I've been sticking to. Yesterday we had two um, break evens, and then I had one after we got off of the live stream. You guys should go ahead and check that out too. The recap video for yesterday, beautiful trade. Um, and this is why we moved to break even. Look at how fast that thing is coming down, how hard it's coming down. So I think I'm doing you guys a disservice when I actually um, overtrade. And maybe you guys don't see it as overtrading, but I do because I know the dangers of overtrading and entering multiple positions and doing all these things that at the end of the day, it'll make you unprofitable. So like one of the things is okay, your first trade is a 1-to-3 ratio, right? Be consistent with your lot sizes because if you're not consistent with your lot sizes, if you have a little lot size, 1-to-3 ratio, and you take a loss, that's fine. But let's say, okay, you took the loss, it was a smaller lot size, you're already down, let's say $150 for the day. The next position that you're taking, similar stop loss, but now you want to try and recoup what you lost, right? So instead of using, let's say, a 0.03, you use a 0.06. But let's say that trade gets stopped out. Well, now that's basically like 3 trades for the day right there. So instead of risking 150 like you did on the first go around, now you're risking 300 and you lost. So now you're down 450 for the day. So my thing is, the more trades you enter at the end of the day, the more um, the more trades you enter, the more risk that's being assigned throughout the day. So the larger the risk, and you want to minimize that at any point in turn that you can. So that's just my advice. As somebody who's blown accounts and been that guy who's like, oh, it'll come back up to my stop loss. It'll come back up. It'll come back up. And it doesn't come back up because you put a buy in on this type of day. You put a buy in right here, right? And it's down here now. So let me just go ahead and walk you through a moment. Something that I've gone through terribly, terrible moment that I've gone through. Um, so let's say this. You're in the trade, right? Got in here. You like what it's doing right here. Because I would like what it's doing. Looks like, a little tweezer bottom. And so you see this. Oh, okay, it's looking good. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you know what? Don't have your stop loss in. Oh, shoot. Let me pause it right here. Let me pause it right here. Your stop loss probably should have been right here, right? Let's see. How we doing this? Let's do it the right way. Okay, yeah, your stop loss would have been under these lows right here, right? Which it is. Almost got stopped out, but you didn't put a stop loss. Remember that. So you're like, oh, perfect, right? I didn't get stopped out. Wow, look at that big push to the upside right on top of here. Perfect, right? This is what you think is a trader or somebody who doesn't have a stop loss. Nice push up. Okay, let's see if it stays above it now. Oh, okay. Still respecting my zone, still respecting my area. Looks good. Okay, let's see if it gets that push. Oh, okay, nice. Damn. Oh no. Okay. So what it's doing is, I think the market makers know what they're doing. Psychologically, they keep you in the trade. Then you see it push down, and you're like, "Oh shit! You know what? It should come back up. It should come back up. Okay, look at it's coming. It's coming. It's gonna push back up right now. Oh, oh no! And then now you're thinking about pulling the trade, right? But by this time, it's too late. You were already risking what? You're already risking 40 pips, 39 pips. Now That risk turned from a 39 pip to 182 pips. Which any stop loss that's 175 pips, I guarantee you're losing. It's a guarantee. I'm sorry, we know you're losing. Guaranteeing you're blowing your account because even with the $300 account, $400 account, 0.01, losing $175. One, you might get margin called out, and then two, it's probably just gonna eat up all your account, and that's usually what happens. That used to happen to me all the time, man, all the fucking time. It used to get me. So it's something that I had to learn the hard way, and I just don't recommend it to anybody else. Put your stop loss in there, take your loss. If you don't like the way that loss looks, step away from the computer because most of the time people will start revenge trading and doing all that crazy stuff. So you don't want to do that. And you can even see here, look at this is one of my big things is, I moved my stop loss to break even. Like I was saying, look at what it did. Respected that low and it pushed up. But I don't, it might come back up here again, but I think it looks like, it's making the turn. 20 EMA crossed over. I think it's coming down. And then if you guys want to take a look at Nas did basically what we said it was going to do, right? It pushed a little bit farther through it than I would have liked to seen. It didn't respect it like I was hoping it would respect the EMA. Usually I like it to stay on top of it, not break through it. But we would have had a stop loss below here. And see, would have been something like this. Taking it, like I said, the first take profit would have been here, right? Match the high. Second take profit would have been here, right? To match it. And then third take profit would have been up there. But what did it do? Rejected this IOC right here. And it is making its way down. Because we're still in a downtrend overall, especially on NAS. But truthfully, I think this could push up, especially from this level that it's at. I think it could come right here, maybe stall out a little bit, boom, make its way up to the upside. Definitely something it could do. Huge rejection though. I don't think I'm going to enter any more trades. I think I'll just call it a day. 200 bucks isn't a bad day. We're still profitable overall. You can see it broke right there. Still profitable overall. Big win Monday. Break evens too. Still profitable on Tuesday, and that's why I always like to say pull half your position, man. I do see the pro traders that hold their entire positions for 200, 300, 500 pips, and I'm like, man, I gotta get there. You know, I and really I just want to ask them that question, like, how many times do you not hit that? How many times do you keep your entire position in there and wait for it to come down and hit your stop loss, or you move your position to break even? How often does that happen? Because I figure it has to happen more often than we'd like, but it is what it is. Um, the only reason I'm staying on here too is I want to see what this news that I showed you on Forex Factory. I want to see what that does. News is dropping at 7, I believe. Let's see if they dropped it already. No, not yet. So I want to see what this news does when it drops at 7, and then see how the market's treated. So now it's instead of used it as a support level right here to push up off of, broke through it. Now it used it as a resistance level to hold it down and push it back down to the downside. Beautiful. Yeah. Consolidation. And there's a beautiful thing called market structure, right? Sometimes what you like to see is consolidation, expansion, reversal, RTO, continuation. Looks like that's something that can happen right here. So we'll see how that plays out. But has to break through these levels first. Has to break through this resistance to support level. Has to break through the 50 EMA. Has to break through these lows. This low. Then we can look for a return to order, but we'll see. US30's flying down. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, this is my number one rule is use good money management. We're able to take half our position out at 79 pips. The other half stopped out at 4 pips. Made $3 on that one. $3, 3.80 on that one. And yeah, it wasn't a bad day because we had good money management. And what more can you ask for? So one thing we might be seeing here, guys, is the start of US30's downfall. Because remember, it just hit an all-time high yesterday. It had a stop out right here. I was hoping it'd reach this level. I would have definitely put a sell in for this. So basically, it stopped right here. This has been drawn out for some time now. I didn't just draw this out today. I was using this when I took this trade right here. And you can see it has multiple rejections, right? Rejection, rejection, support, rejection, rejection, support, rejection, support, support, came through, support. And then today, all these rejections. And now it's forcing down to the downside. So I think what 7 o'clock's going to do right now is just be some bad news and go with what's happening already. Probably the same thing for NAS too. So let's see NAS on the bigger frames. Basically what it did was hit this ILC, completely reverse on us. This is a 15-minute chart too. So we had basically a 15-minute push, which usually signals, okay, we got a nice push up. Let's put, a lot of people would put in a buy right here, right? As soon as it broke this high, put in a buy and try to ride it up. But one thing I've learned is the indices ain't that. It's not for breakout traders. That's probably some other pairs. Let's see what happens right here at 7. See if Nas rejects it, pushes up. What it's doing. Top of that 50 EMA probably. But I think it's coming down. Let's see US30. US30 might be faking people out right now too. Oh no, that thing's flying down. So probably scared some retail traders, pushed up a little bit, came back down. Yeah, these things are flying down. So again, this is something that I know I have to get better at is just identifying these sell opportunities because they're there, Excuse me. The sell opportunities are there. It's just I'm such in buy mode just because my experience into this field has been in a huge bull run, right? Let's take a look. This is the 4-hour chart. This is the thing that scares me, right? Is we've had so much consolidation in this area, all-time highs that it hit. So much consolidation in this area, right? After it broke this high right here, I thought for sure it'd come down, push up. It didn't. Starting the arrow route right here. See what happens. But look at everything it has to give back. That's the crazy part. So this is my experiences through all of this. I started back in August of 2020. So I started in a bull market, right? After this is the recovery from the pandemic, right? All this is the recovery from the pandemic. So a lot of what I do, the way I move is operating bull market, but I want to definitely see myself get better at that, hold these positions a little bit longer, identifying these sell-off opportunities quicker, just going from there. Like if this thing is coming back down, NAS is flying down. So again, I'm here putting in sells, even though I've seen the rejection here. I was thinking it'd push up to this level here. So we'll see. But I do think this thing is coming down. It's already broken the support level here. What it might do right here is breakout traders beware. It breaks out and then it pushes back up, comes back down. So please be aware of that. You don't want to take a loss like that. Ugly all the time. But I'm going to go ahead and check out now, guys. I appreciate you guys for staying in with me. Um, you know, taking a peek, trading with me. This is my trading journey. I'm not saying I'm a professional by any means, but I do know that there's a lot of game in here. I know my thought processes in here can be used and helpful for somebody else because I have gone through the whole journey these past 16 months. So I appreciate you for checking in, Johnny. Thank you for checking in, man. If anybody else who sees this video, please like, subscribe, comment if you disagree with me, comment if you see something that I didn't see here, and I'd appreciate it because that's what I'm trying to do here is get better at trading myself, helping other people, and possibly other people helping me. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.